What is going on? And welcome to the last Press Start Pod on here on Believe in Media. I am Joey Schneider. That is Dean Samples, and we're going to be talking all things gaming. Dean, he has some tears in his eyes right now. Would you like to tell everyone why you're crying a little bit, Dean?
So if you've watched me on Pile Driver and even before then when we were running some ropes, I like spicy things. I do hot challenges. I have a giant mason jar full of pickled hot peppers, and I was sitting there munching. I got some Reapers in there, some habaneros. Wasn't paying attention when I was scooping in my mouth. The whole Carolina Reaper season on my mouth. And I was on fire. About 20 minutes before the show, so chugged about half a gallon of milk. My tummy hurts. We're gonna be all right though.
I got some water right here for you, Dean.
I got a delicious Canadian dry ginger ale.
Oh, Canada. I like it. But as people would like to know why this is the last episode, I have taken a job somewhere else that is not Believeland, and it saddens me to be going. But it's a great opportunity with everything that I do, and love everyone at Believeland. I really appreciate Kevin Sleds, the owner of Believeland, giving me the opportunity to, and us collectively, the opportunity to do one last episode. And I want to let everyone at Believeland know that I love you. Derek, James, Clarence.
Love Clarence.
Marshawn, Lucas, Alan, Brandon, Lewis, my old partner in crime from All Things Cavs. I was gonna, for this part, I was gonna play "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye" by Boyz II Men.
It's so hard,
dude.
to say goodbye.
You and I love the '90s so much, but like that was like Boyz II Men.
I was doing a Master P version. To my home. Hey, when I was younger, I thought I was a No Limit soldier. So don't hate.
You know what? You know, I'm glad that I didn't play the song. Everyone knows that I love them. We're gonna knock out an awesome last episode here.
We'll knock it out.
But you guys know we've talked about the '90s, and I just want to say something because you just brought it up. How dope was the No Limit CDs?
CD cases?
The CD
Bro, the solid plastics? They're different colors?
Yeah, Master P, Mystical, Silk the Shocker.
I had them all. The Last Don, you like the holographic cover.
Remember when
I had them all, dude. I even had a chain, bro. I had a chain. I had a no. Oh shit! There you go.
Remember when Snoop joined No Limit?
Yeah, the game is to be sold and not to be told, baby.
That was crazy.
Let me say, woof, motherfucker, woof, motherfucker. wow. I had it, man. It's just embedded in my brain. It is.
Oh, I had. So like, I used to have like, you remember like the CD racks, and you spend like you could buy them and you'd spend them because I had so many friggin' CDs. But like,
they don't know about the CD cases, man.
Everything was alphabetical except No Limit. They had their own section because those cases were just. They were so cool.
The No Limit, like the covers itself, the cover art, same with Cash Money. Like you see them on T-shirts now since the '90s is coming back in style. Like they'll recreate those albums.
The '90s never went out of style. I don't know who the fuck says.
Yeah, you know what I found the other day? I went thrifting after the gym. I found a big ass box of Pogs. It came with the cylinders filled with Pogs. It has the slammers, everything, dude. Got it for $3. I probably got like 400 fucking Pogs. Don't know what I'm doing with them. Don't care. I'm so excited, dude. I'm like, I'm buying this.
Oh my god. It's like it's funny because like every time like Ninja Turtles were like those were like the toys to get when you were like growing up in like the early '90s, and like I still go and look in like
Always do.
we're in the section if I went in like a Target or a Walmart. And I gotta say, I don't like them. Like they now the old school ones were the best.
They're trying to like recreate the old ones, like the He-Man figures, and try to make them look like the old '90s ones. It's not the same.
And it's not. Man, I had so many Ninja Turtles and Transformers. I had so many.
I used
I
to
mean,
have
that
my
was
I used
like
to beg my mom to take me to Hills. To go
yes,
get
me
the
too.
KB
It's the
Toy
exact
Store.
same. Yeah, I had I as you we talked about this a couple episodes ago. I grew up in Euclid, and we had a Hills
For sure.
like 2 minutes away, and I knew if I could be good for like half an hour while my mom looked at shoes and purses, if I could just not throw a fit, I was walking out of that store with either a Ninja Turtle or a Transformer or both because my mother spoiled me. Love you, Mom.
Same here. I'd do some dumb shit like hiding in the racks and the clothes.
Oh, I did the same too because they
Taking a
had
little
those.
bouncy ball and kicking it like it was kickball across the store, and I just
Hills had a
you
lot
ain't
of
getting nothing. Then my tantrum would go because I was
Hills had a lot of the circular racks that you could hide in the middle of.
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Come
man,
and find me, mama.
I've talked about this. Hills was like my favorite department store. If I could bring any store back, it would probably be Hills.
Hills was better than Kmart. For
Hills.
sure.
Oh, I thought I never liked Kmart. I think Hills. If Hills was around today, I think Hills would be as good, if not better, than Target. If
I told you I
brought,
went to Myers for the first time the other day, and I'm like, F Walmart. I'm never going to Walmart again.
You've never been into Myers before?
No.
It's what? It's okay. You know what? I didn't know about Myers until my wife. My wife brought me to a Meijer, and I'm like, what is this heaven?
I needed a Red Bull, and I was at a job site right next door. I'm like, I know they got Red Bulls. I'm going in there.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in, I'm like, what is this? This is great. They got Carhartts and stuff. It's like the men's section was souped up. Like this is nice.
And it's not expensive.
No,
you could find the Carhartt shit's like half the price that it normally is. You're like, oh,
bro. I bought a hoodie. It was $32. You didn't get a Carhartt hoodie for $32 anywhere else.
Nope. I have a couple, and they were all purchased at Meijer. But we usually go with what we've been playing this week. Only thing I've really been playing is NCAA football 25. Because I knew this was going to be last episode. They haven't really, been doing a lot of stuff. I haven't really been playing too much else. I did find this out. Hang on, before you get into what you've been playing. I found the best team to start as an NCAA football in a dynasty. If you're doing a single player dynasty.
West Virginia.
No, UCLA.
Really?
So I think they're three stars or 3.5 stars. The reason they're the best is because,
And you're in the Big Ten?
Yeah, they're in the Big Ten. So conference is an A+, but the two categories that you cannot change, which is academic prestige and campus lifestyle, are both A+. So there's only 5 schools that have A+ in academic prestige, and they all have garbage campus. But the other 4 have garbage campus. But UCLA has A+ in both. So I ran through a quick season, and
what you did?
Oh, I did. Ran through a season, won the national championship.
You won? You won the Natty, baby?
Oh yeah, and I felt good because I didn't have to beat Ohio State on the way to get there. Although I started the second season, I had to beat Ohio State first.
Did you beat Michigan?
Oh, I fucked Michigan up.
Fuck Michigan.
But
shout out to Texas.
It was one season I got them A+ on Pro Potential, A+ on I've obviously championship contender, brand exposure. So campus lifestyle and academic are both A+, and they can't be changed. And playing style, coach prestige. So like that's like the best school to start with, because then you're almost The only thing that isn't an A+, and stadium atmosphere, because they play in the fucking Rose Bowl. So
Right.
it starts at like a B, and then you beat you beat a bunch of ranked teams, and it goes up to an A+. So the only thing now that isn't an A+ is playing time.
I'm rolling with West Virginia right now.
I mean, there's no school that I literally have 5 dynasties going on right now. So
Jesus Christ.
I have 3 that are single player dynasties. I have Ohio State. I have Ohio State, San Diego State, because I want to start with a lower school. And
The
and
Aztecs?
the Aztecs.
They got dope uniforms, dude.
They do. That's what their helmets are sick.
Their helmets are sick.
But Ohio State, them, and then I just started my UCLA, and then my 2 online ones. I am Texas, and I'm undefeated, and in my other, we did. Oh my god, why can't I think of the conference?
Big East.
No, Mountain West.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I couldn't. All those schools are going to get absorbed by the Pac-12 here, but in Mountain West, I took San Diego State again because that was who I had my single player. So, and they have a good end.
I have been playing Borderlands 3, and I got the Doom BFG edition. I found it for $6, sealed.
No, wow.
Which is it's a Doom 3 all soup.
Did you get that? Did you get that pixelated Doom Slayer from the image I sent you?
Yeah, I have it saved just like you told me to.
Yeah,
it's sweet.
I'm trying to figure out how to put that as my my home screen and have it move all the time.
That'd be cool. On your computer or what? Your phone?
No, on my phone.
That'd be sweet.
I know. I could set it.
You got an iPhone? Yeah, you got an iPhone.
Yeah, I guess got to figure out how to do it. I you know what? Someone told me about the picture, and I love Doom. I was like, oh, this is dope. And then
I'm trying right now. That's a dope picture.
Yeah, you can't. I tried just putting it in like going into settings and changing it, but it just turns into a still picture. So I got to figure out. I know there's a way you can have stuff can move. I got to figure it out.
Well, I can figure it out.
But so we're going to talk a little bit about the PS5 Pro. You know what? Before we talk about the PS5 Pro, I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about.
You ignored my Borderlands 3 comment, you douche.
I only ignored it for a specific reason.
Why?
Because I want to talk about our backlog of games, which is yours is ridiculous. Mine is a digital backlog that is so ridiculous. I almost don't even.
Bad.
I don't even want to like. I was like, because I don't know what. I really enjoyed the Black Ops 6 beta. I really loved it.
I do too.
I'm questioning whether I'm going to get it though. I'm kind of testing myself to see, can I go the whole rest of the year without purchasing a single game outside of NCAA football.
I already lost that bet if we were going to make that bet because they just showed the Halloween stuff, the Fright Fest or whatever for Call of Duty that they have every year, the Halloween stuff. They got Frank the Clown from Terrifier. That's my favorite. And Michael Myers. I got to buy both of them now.
That's going to be rough.
Trick or Treat.
I'm probably going to break down, but I'm going to try because Marvel Rivals I'm not counting because that's a free to play.
Right.
But so I was like, you know what? Oh, and I'm going to be getting Astro. I got to
get Astro.
Yeah, I'm going to lose that because I'm going to buy Astro. But I usually buy so much stuff, and
I'm not just right now.
And then I end up playing like I buy like 12 things, then I play one, and then it just sits there in my digital collection. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to download a bunch of games that I have either started and didn't get that far into, but I liked, or games that I just felt like I needed to replay. So I downloaded
Give me
And this is
three.
crazy. This is crazy. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Okay.
Started it, loved it, never beat it. Maneater, the game where you play as the shark.
Yeah, that game's fun.
I know. I played it for a little bit, never beat it. Jurassic World Evolution 2. Because
I downloaded that too on my Xbox, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Planet Coaster.
And Goat Simulator 3.
I didn't do Ghost Simulator. I did Planet Coaster because I love building theme parks. A game I didn't even know that I purchased, a Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I loved the
Shovel
first
Knight?
show. Yeah, I love Shovel Knight. Beat the shit out of the first Shovel Knight. But Treasure Trove is all the. It's got 4 more games on it where you play as different knights. It's all. I couldn't believe it. The GTA Remastered Collection.
So good.
Can't believe that I bought it. I bought Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
Boo. Boo boo.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. You know, I'm a fan of Animal Crossing, so I'm like, I still haven't.
I enjoyed that game.
Still hasn't even started it. And what you just
You haven't started
about,
it yet?
No,
It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
I'm sorry. I started it. I started, but I haven't really gotten into the. So I wanna get into
get a deep dive into
there. But the one I'm gonna start with is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and one you just mentioned, Borderlands 3. I played Borderlands 1 and 2 to the point of just absolute exhaustion. Borderlands 3, I beat. I don't even remember who I think I played this. I think I was Flack or Amara. I was Flack, and then I stopped playing it. And usually I'll play. I have a save for every character, and I play all the DLCs. And I forget something came out, and I just stopped playing. And so I re-downloaded it. I'm going to start with Zane as my character. And I'm gonna just rip through the game.
I've been playing all
DLC.
Day.
I
played yesterday too.
I'm gonna try and catch up so me and you can play together.
Is it cross-platform?
Oh, I don't know.
Either way, I got it for both systems. I got all the DLC for both systems too. So whatever you want to do, dog.
But man, I'm excited. I'm like looking at this list and I'm going, that's just like a good. You got like Yakuza Like a Dragon RPG, Maneater, I guess you could call it action adventure, Jurassic World Evolution, and Planet Coaster. World theme park builders, world builders, Shovel Knight, 8-bit Metroid, kind of Metroidvania RPG, GTA Remastered, open world, Final Fantasy's RPG, Disney Dreamlight Valley simulation, and Borderlands 3 looter shooter. That's a good mix of a little bit of everything.
It is a little bit of everything. I dig it.
It is.
Yeah.
My daughter's begging me to re-download Need for Speed Unbound because I actually liked the new Need for Speed.
Is that the anime one?
It's not really
anime-ish. Like it's realistic, but there's like characters are anime-ish.
It's like when like the smoke blows from comes from the tires. Yeah.
I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, it's the closest thing that we've gotten to a new underground.
Will never be the same.
So my daughter really wants me to re-download it because she liked playing it, but I beat the game and I bought like every car and souped up every car, and it's just like at the point now where I'm like, if I was to do this, I would have to like delete my save. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't do it, boy.
No. But let's get into something that we're both not gonna spend too much time on. We're not too happy about it. The PS5 Pro was announced today without a disk drive for the price of $700. I've never been a huge fan of mid-gen refreshes, and $700 and no disk drive. Are you
crazy.
Are you out of your damn mind?
make the disk drive one. Do one with a disk drive for 700, and then make the non-disk drive 500. That's fair.
I don't even know if that. I mean, like, and me and you talked about this a little bit before the show. Like, they're showing side by sides of games that are going to be on, like, this is what the game looks like on PS5. This is what it looks like on PS5 Pro, and I'm like, it actually looked. Some of them look better on the base PS5. I don't know what you're trying to show me here. You're not selling me on this.
No, not at all.
You know what? Instead of showing me a PS5 Pro, show me all your freaking first party titles you're working on. Jesus, Sony, get your head out of your ass.
Man, I went on a rampage. I went to every Walmart since the last show about Concord. Try to find this.
Couldn't find it.
Buddy, they're gone. I showed you the price of them bad boys, man. People are paying like $200 now for a sealed copy of Concord. I knew I should have grabbed it. I knew it.
You said you had your.
I did, and they were gone.
Said you had your hookup.
Day late and a dollar short.
No, what are you gonna do? It's not like you could play it anyway. It would just.
It would have been a nice cup poster.
It'd be a trophy to keep in your case.
Exactly.
Something to show your grandkids. You see this game, kids? This game was out for 2 weeks and then they turned it off because
it was dog shit.
Because 7 people played. I saw a funny ass post. I don't remember where it was, but it was something along the lines of so the game had already been turned off, but like you could still see people, how many people were playing it. It said 7 people playing.
Yeah.
And it said those 7 people are were like the main devs, and Sony's making a play it for all of eternity. And I was like
90.
I was like, that's mean as hell, man. But I don't know. I'm not gonna get the PS5 Pro. Is that something you're even entertaining?
No. Yeah. Maybe years down the road when it drops in price.
And if my PS5 is still going, I mean, if like my PS5 broke and I had to get a PS5 Pro,
then maybe. No, I need a disc drive. You lost me with the non-disc drive. Go fuck yourself.
See, I think that for that price, there should be a disc drive. But for me, if I'm like, I don't need the disc drive, so I'd be like, maybe let's see.
I do. As a physical copy guy, I need it.
You are a physical copy guy.
I am.
But one of the things that kind of came out along with this PS5 Pro is that there's potentially a state of play happening later this month. The rumored date is September 19th, and it's not first party though. It is indie and third party. And then later in the year, they are going to be doing a big first party showcase.
Well, if they're going to do it that way, then they better have something big.
I'm wondering, I'm a little curious if maybe that's where we see the Borderlands 4 trailer. Because I'm assuming we're going to see it. If they have a state of play, that's a possibility. Or we're going to have to wait until December and they're going to show it at the Game Awards.
They're already advertising it on Borderlands 3 when you fire that bad boy up.
Oh, I bet. I mean, they have said it's going to launch in fiscal year 2026. So that means after March 31st of next year. But I can definitely see that being an April or May game. I believe
April on my birthday, baby.
I believe Borderlands 3 was only 5 months from reveal trailer to release date was 5 months. So I can see them doing the same thing with unveiling the game at
I feel like with the flop of the movie and then the fact that it's been a big talk and then the excitement with the game too, they would kind of do that just to kind of I don't know, not really save face, but the movie flopped. The movie sucked.
I was thinking about the fact. Well, number one, I want to say this: whoever made Borderlands should be thanking whoever made Minecraft right now, because my God, is Minecraft terrible?
It does look
The
bad.
Minecraft,
I
the movie, that is,
they couldn't even get Jack Black to shave his beard.
huh?
Jack Black couldn't even shave his beard for that. It was
No.
bad, man. It was
It's
bad.
yeah, it's
Jason Momoa, what are you doing? What is
Yeah.
that?
It's like that. It's like Thanos. It's like maybe I judged you too harshly.
I'll probably
For
still end up
Borderlands.
watching it.
But I was thinking of this. If I had to recast the Borderlands movie, I was trying to think of who I would recast. If you kept like the same. I thought the girl who played Tiny Tina was okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
What about Lilith?
About who?
Lilith.
So this one's tough because I actually didn't mind Cate Blanchett as Lilith.
I would recast Kevin Hart. I wouldn't.
So
I'd take somebody else.
You know who I would, and I already thought of who I would put as Roland instead of Kevin Hart. Idris Elba.
I was the same person I was thinking.
Yep.
Love that guy.
Because like he was hilarious in
Suicide Squad.
In Suicide Squad. So I think he would have been great as Roland. Tannis, I didn't hate Jamie Lee Curtis, but the problem is that Tannis is younger. Tannis isn't an old. So
Yeah.
but Tannis is kind of weird, and I was thinking Anna Taylor-Joy. I thought that'd be a good casting for Tannis.
Is that the chick that played Furiosa?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like her.
And then
first time I got a taste of her was in the Queen's Gambit. That was
she was in the Queen's Gambit. She was in the final season of Peaky Blinders.
I didn't watch that.
Oh my! You've never seen Peaky Blinders?
I watched the very first episode and I never went back to it. Not that I didn't like it. It's just
you dirty son.
Don't hurt me.
It's amazing. It is phenomenal.
I've heard.
I think that they just. It's not like they didn't have big names, but like, I'm sorry. If Kevin Hart's in the movie, I'm not a fan.
Is that how you feel?
I don't hate Kevin Hart. I'm not a. The Jumanji he was fine in.
Yeah.
There's like some movies he's okay in, but like if I see like Kevin Hart's in the movie, I'm like, all right, I can't take this seriously. So I was like, I was cool with Cate Blanchett, but then I thought Anna Taylor-Joy would have been good as Tannis. Idris Elba as Roland.
That's a solid.
The same. I can't remember. I don't know the name of the girl who played Tiny Tina, but she I thought she was pretty spot on.
I agree.
Could have been
before. I don't recognize her name either.
Yeah, could have been great, but we got what we got, and you got to deal with it. The games are still amazing, though. Not upset. The movie can suck as long as the games are amazing. But so hopefully, we're going to be getting a ton of info here pretty shortly. Potentially the 19th you look out for the 19th at the end of the month for a Sony State of Play. At the very end of the month, we have Tokyo Game Show. October and November are going to be pretty quiet. I don't, unless there's going to be a Pokemon Presents in there somewhere. I don't know when. There's been rumors. There have been rumors for a while about the second trailer for Pokemon ZA, which I cannot wait for.
Same.
I kind of feel like we're not going to see it though until. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say until we see about the Switch 2 or the Switch successor, whatever you're going to call it. But they've already shown the trailer, so I got to assume that the second trailer is going to be at the next Pokemon Presents. So whenever that is, the rumors were this month. Rumors were for next month. They're just rumors until we get it, but hopefully it'll be soon. And then we're pretty much done until the Video Game Awards. And I'm hoping it's going to be a big one. because there's been years where it's been you're like, oh my god, they've shown so much stuff, and there's been years where like if Jeff Keighley comes out and he goes, temper your expectations, people, it's gonna suck. So I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. The trailers are gonna suck, but the awards are still it's pretty cool seeing Debs get awards for their work. It's
which they should.
Which they should
get more notoriety.
I most people don't enjoy that part, but I really do. I like seeing people, especially the developers, really genuinely happy about being receiving an award for a game that they worked on. Whether it made it $1 billion or whether it's just critically acclaimed, and I love to see the pure joy of them winning something for doing
their hard work, man.
Yeah.
They put months and months of countless hours into putting something that we can enjoy. Give them their love. Give them their flowers. They deserve it.
And then hopefully, maybe after that, before the end of the year, we get the Sony showcase, because they really need one. They need one bad. Don't let us go blind into 2026. Let's go, Sony. You son of a.
Get your shit together.
Right. So we're going to keep this episode a little short. And since this being our last episode for Believe in Media, we wanted to do our top 5 games of all time. Now, I told Dean about this half an hour ago. I myself didn't even know that this is what we were going to do until half an hour ago. So when I say top games of all time, and we're gonna start by saying, number 1, no honorable mention.
Whew.
And number 2, there is no order in which we put these in. These are just our personal top 5 games of all time.
Okay.
These are games for me that I have played religiously or have some sort of story, or so it might not necessarily be the best games of all time. So with that said, with all the laughter going into my house, because my family can't shut up. I'm gonna start my daughter right now. Like, I'm gonna start at number 5. No numbers.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Super Mario 3.
Oh, good one.
And it's because I think I put this in here before and one of our lists before, but it was, I just had the Nintendo moved in my room back when I was, I think I was 6 maybe.
Young whippersnapper.
6, yeah, it was 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there, whatever. And my cousin was babysitting me. Her boyfriend came over, who was like the coolest dude in the world at the time, and he brought over Contra, Tecmo Bowl, and Mario 3. And when it was time for him to leave, I was like, "Aren't you going to take your game?" He's like, "I'll keep him here. I'll come get him another time." And he never came back and got him, and he let me keep him. And we already had the original Mario, but Mario 3 was just seeing a game go from.
It was like a step above.
Yeah, I think that it was like I hadn't. Sequels were kind of like I wasn't used to like a sequel.
Yeah.
And just kind of see where Mario 1 was and what Mario 3 was. And it was just like, wow, it's Mario, but it's like so much different too. So I played the crap out of that. I love it to death.
That's probably one of my favorite Marios, honestly.
I think it is my favorite Mario. But that is that's gonna be one of my top 5. So
I'm going to go with a regular Nintendo game as well, and it's probably going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, what? Why? Motherfucking Paperboy.
Yeah. No, that doesn't blow my mind at all.
Paperboy so much.
Oh, yeah. I played the shit out of Paperboy. Paperboy, another good Nintendo one, too. Well, I don't. Let's not gloss over Paperboy. Paperboy was just something about it was just it was addicting. Like you just had to keep playing.
You can't buy it. Like, I don't know who has the rights to the game. You can't get it on PlayStation. You can't get it on Xbox. You can probably find it on PC, I'm sure. But yeah, like, why isn't that available? You can't find it on the Switch either.
That's a damn good game. Yeah, I wonder who the hell has that. I mean, I'm sure you can find it on an emulator, but
oh, for sure.
I mean, what's an emulator? I was just gonna say, you know, another good Nintendo game was that I forgot which one I was gonna say. I mean, there's a lot of good Nintendo games, obviously, but I'm gonna go. So my next one, and so of course, no particular order, but this is just the GoldenEye 64. Oh yeah, I think that was one of the first experiences where you sat down with your friends and you just like multiplayer, just be like trying to find each other and kill each other. The campaign.
Put that as my next one too, because that was on my list. So
yeah, I mean the campaign was amazing. You were trying to get they put in where you could get you could get golden guns.
The golden gun was beast.
Yeah, and then dude, and I know you have it on your phone, but that pause music is the hardest pause music. Oh yeah, it just hits. It hits like crack. It's crazy. It is crazy how good that pause music is. Like I saw a video.
Now I gotta hear it.
Yeah, I saw a video of this guy's like, oh, you know, just it's a James Bond game. It's a GoldenEye game. Just make it. And then he's like, you mean like this? And he hits play, and then they both start dancing to it.
Like do.
I mean, that is definitely the best pause music.
So good.
Wait. Oh, keep going. You know what I can't believe? I can't believe that somebody has not sampled that in like a rap song or something.
Right?
I mean, that would be oh my god, that would hit so hard.
Absolute certified banger.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
So you get to go against GoldenEye was my fourth too. So
yeah. My next one, WrestleMania 2000. And
that's a solid game, sir.
That one
Probably one of the best ones to come on the 64.
That is on there because I played the WCW NWO Revenge.
Sold out or all right.
Yeah. And World Tour. World Tour.
Sold out was a pay-per-view. Yeah, it was World Tour and Revenge.
World Tour and the first one was just WCW World Tour, and then there was
they had like New Japan people on there.
Yeah, well, I believe there was a Japanese game too, but they never released in the U.S. That was for the 64 that used the same engine. But yeah, I think they had Japanese wrestlers in the NWO, WCW NWO Revenge. But I picked WrestleMania 2000 because I remember it was like late November or early December, and the game was out, and I'm begging my mom. I'm like, can you take? I had money, and I was like, can you take me to the video game store, or not the video store? I was to the rental store, so I can rent this game. And she wouldn't let me do it. And it's like the first time that she is like a hard no on this. And I go, you have never said no to me.
How dare you?
Like, not only have you never said no to me, but like you're not even paying for it. Like, I have the money to get it. Like, what?
Give me a ride.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's down the street. What the hell? Like, what is wrong with like? So she knew. I started thinking something was up. I'm like, are you mad at me, or like, did I do something wrong? Like, I was like perplexed. So she made me close my eyes, and she went somewhere in the house. She comes back, and she has a gift for me, and she's like, This is an early Christmas present. Don't tell your father. And I open it up, and it's WrestleMania 2000.
All right, that's cool.
It was very cool, and I understood why she didn't want me to she didn't want me to rent it. But then she's like, okay, you could play it for like an hour because it was a school night. So you could rent it, you could play it for an hour, and you gotta go to bed.
An hour is not enough, Mom.
I stayed up all fucking night. I didn't go to bed. I went to school, and I don't know. I zombie walked through school the next day because I played that game from the time I unwrapped it and put it in my 64 until the morning. She's like, were you playing that all night? And I go, no, I just woke up and turned it on. And she knows now because that's one of my top Christmas stories. But
that's great.
I loved it so much.
My next one is NFL Blitz 2000 because you can be the Browns.
You've put that on a couple of lists
because I'll beat anybody's ass in that game.
I know, and this is our top 5 games of all time.
The bomb play, money every time.
Oh yeah,
drop back, wait 3-4 seconds, let that bad boy go, boy. Hail Mary. Anyway,
that's just a good sports game. It's one of those games where it's me and you love NCAA's football, but there's some thinking that goes into it. Whereas Blitz was more of like a mindless, fun, just hard hitting, crazy game.
Yeah, you had 9 plays.
Yeah, and every time you hit someone, you were like, oh, no matter how many times you saw it, you were like, oh,
Hogan leg drop, dude.
Yeah.
That was cool. I love that game.
My number 2, my next one is Red Dead Redemption 2. There is something about
doing cowboy shit.
Listen, Hangman.
Did you watch that cage match with Swerve, bro?
Okay, listen. Okay, so here's the thing. I know that you are definitely more well versed in wrestling than I am, but there is a difference between like telling a good story and murder. And I mean,
he burnt the man's house down, and then Swerve stapled his family photo on his face, and that chair shot, bro.
The chair shot. He literally sedated him. He stuck a needle in his face.
Yeah, he did.
And this was after Moxley tried to literally put a plastic bag over Bryan Danielson's head and tried to kill him. Like, there's wrestling and there's fucked up shit. And that was
All Out was a wild pay-per-view from top to bottom.
That was the ladder.
Even the women's match, Chris Statlander versus Willow, the street fight, banger, dude. And that came after Will Ospreay and Pac. Which was insane.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I remember someone was like, "Can you imagine being like the people that have to go like after Ospreay and Pac?
Like, I got this. Are you kidding?
And Statlander and Willow are like, we got it, like we're good.
They did. It's not. It was probably better. They went hard.
That should have been some sort of hardcore name pay-per-view because that was nuts from top to bottom. But like, I feel like I don't. Some say they went all out. I don't think every match had to have been that like have gone that far because at some point it's just shock value.
Right.
Like for me, it's like
even MJF and Daniel Garcia was good.
But Red Dead 2 for me is one of those games, like I said, it's a Rockstar game, but you don't know what to expect until you actually play the game. And you have an expectation of what it's going to be. And then it goes out and it completely blows your expectations out of the water.
Completely.
And I don't know if there's ever been outside, you know what? I'll say Borderlands 2 is one of the few that I had a certain expectation for, and when the game came out, it completely blew my expectations out of the water. But Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just like personally for me one of the greatest games of all time. I think that it's very much has to be in the debate. If there was ever greatest games of all time, that has to be up there.
It's got to.
I mean,
visually, everything, dude.
Visually, the dialogue. I mean, Arthur Morgan. I can't remember the name of the guy who voiced him, but he is so good, just so good. The way that they intertwined the prequel into Red Dead Redemption. I mean, it was and starting that the game was just the amount of stuff to do, the amount of stuff to collect.
The Easter eggs. There's so many hidden things in there too.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't always this. It wasn't the same missions. It was you had fish, and anytime fishing's in the game, the game's good. I mean, you could put fishing in any game, and it's going to become that much better. But you had the animal hunts, you had the unique weapons to find. You could go and customize the weapons you had, and they did it in a really cool, realistic way. Different horses and I mean, just like the different atmospheres, like the plains and the snowy mountains. And Red Dead 2 was one of the rare cases of you kind of know what to expect, but you truly don't know how good it is until it comes out, and it just, your mind is absolutely blown.
That's my other one too. So that's on my list.
Okay.
Me and you both have GoldenEye and Red Dead Redemption 2.
And Red Dead. So my number one, if we were putting these in an order, this would be my number one no matter what. It's not going to be the same as yours.
I know. It's probably Final Fantasy.
No, it's not Final Fantasy.
Metal Gear Solid.
My number one is Grand Theft Auto 3.
Huh.
And it's hard for me to pick that right after I talk about Red Dead 2, but I remember the day that I brought home GTA 3. I remember me and my buddy both bought a copy, and this was at the time when you were still supposed to get ID for.
Oh yeah. Are you old enough to play this game?
Yeah. And the dude was the dude. I knew the guy at GameStop back when I shopped there. Was called Funko Land. Yeah, crazy.
Oh yeah,
definitely old school. What's funny is I worked there, and I have the F from when they changed it to GameStop. I have the F from the Funko Land side of my garage.
Do you?
Yeah, I was an assistant manager there when they changed it over from Funko. Like,
have you looked and seen how much that's worth? Maybe.
I don't care. It's priceless to me. I would never sell it. But I doubt someone's gonna say
curiosity killing me, man.
I have the F, and one of my someone who I'm friends, or I used to work with me, who I was friends with at the time. He got land. In hindsight, I should have taken the land, but I didn't have anywhere to put it. I just wanted the F.
They're giving land.
They weren't giving it away. It was just they were going to throw it away. So it was either I could take one, or
let's say Funko Land, bring home the fun.
I don't remember. But it was like, so at the time, Barnes and Noble actually owned GameStop, and it was under a bunch of different names. It was like GameStop, Funko Land, Babbage's, and a whole bunch of other.
Oh, you can't even see it.
I can't see it now.
Crash.
But I ended up taking the.
Well, let's send it to you as a text message.
But anyway, man, we get off topic. GTA 3 to me was the start of the open world, but beyond being the open world,
that's an aluminum sign.
Yes, but
$20.
No. My F is massive. It was a neon sign.
My
It
F.
My F was huge. It's it's part. It was a neon sign, part of a neon sign. So it's it's like I think it's
Lucky.
probably. Hang on, I'm trying to.
Gosh.
Probably about 3 feet tall.
No,
But
that's no size F, sir.
there's GTA 3 being my number one is because, and this sounds terrible, but I got out of you do the first thing, you get 8-ball out of prison. And
First thing you do is you do an April.
you go and talk to the guy. He gives you something to do. You get into a car. I got into a car. I walk around the back. I open the trunk, and you had a baseball bat, and then I beat a hooker. And I thought to myself, I go,
this is fun.
I was like, I mean, my friends looked at each other and were like, "The fuck kind of game is this?" Like, I don't know. Do I pay her after I beat her, or? And then she dropped money, and we're like, "Oh, we just made some money for beating a hooker to death. This is oddly satisfying.
This is awesome."
And then you play through the game, and it's just
man,
like there have been so many open world games that have tried to copy what Grand Theft Auto has done, and like in my mind, they couldn't even touch Grand Theft Auto 3 with a 10-foot pole. But I just remember like the first play. I was 15, I believe, when it came out.
I hate you so much.
I was 15 when it came out, and I didn't even know that. Like, I don't know how it was one of the first things I did. But me and my friend beat a hooker to death and took her money.
I was 15. Me and my friend beat a hooker to death. It was oddly satisfying.
It was in Grand Theft Auto. It wasn't in real life. Grand Theft Auto 3. You gotta specify, Dean. You know,
whoop that trick.
The Illuminati are watching.
Losers.
But it was crazy. It was just crazy. Like the freedom you had. Like, that was the first time I ever played a game and felt like, oh my God, like, you have the freedom to do whatever you want. And then, like, later in the game, you realize
you pull off to the side now. Is that the one where they started, like, you pulled off to the side or in the car actually starts,
and the car would start? Yeah, it was the first time that ever happened. You're just like, oh. My
mom seen that. Is like, what the fuck are you playing?
Yeah.
Mind your business, mama.
That was the first time that, like, you play it or you did. And then they tried to get, it was like more and more like each GTA. Like, I think it was San Andreas. It was like you could pick what you wanted. It was like $50 for one thing, and
you get a whole fucking menu. You want a BJ, an HJ, a ZJ? How much ZJ? Yes, you can't afford it.
What movie was that from?
Oh, Beer Fest.
Oh, that's right.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I fucking can't.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Oh my God. I mean, it was like you had the pigeons you could collect, and it get like every 10 pigeons you got like a new weapon, and you had
pigeons. I forgot about the pigeons.
And then there was like 3 parts to the city, and I mean, it was crazy to me that this.
I'm crying more than I did when I eat the fucking Carolina Reaper.
Because you could beat a hooker to death and then find her again and pay her this time to have.
The fact that you said I'm sitting there beating this hooker, and I'm like, should I pay her? She dropped money. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Round score.
Then I was like shocked that she paid me.
I have days like that. I was let me pay you to beat me. Those are fun Mondays, my friend.
Let me see. That's not the reason that
the
game is amazing.
Are you sure? We just went on a whole tangent for fucking 5 minutes about beating hookers and taking their money.
That's because I was trying to make you laugh, but
you succeeded, good sir.
It was that point is because you could do that in like the first like 15 seconds of you starting the game. So like to then
you're automatically equipped with a bat, aren't you? No.
I think like your car always has a bat in the trunk or something like that. Yeah. And then if you take a cop car always gives you a shotgun.
Yeah, you're right with this cop.
Yeah, and then but like that was like the first time I ever felt like this sense of freedom in a video game. And I know that that's a terrible kind of way to realize it. But like you're like, oh, this is
something really exhilarating about beating a hooker with a bat.
It was.
I've never felt so free in my life.
This is truly what like this is what
the American dream.
It didn't even have like open world. I don't even think was the term yet.
Oh my god!
Like GTA 3 started that open world, but like that's kind of what it started. It was beating a hooker to death with a baseball bat. 15 seconds into a video game, and you're just like, oh. And then she gives you like she gave you $10. Yeah, and then you drive away and you come back and the body's gone. You're like, oh, what the hell? The ambulance man should probably came. I mean, it was crazy. But like the freedom you had to do, I mean, that was just it was shocking. It was shocking to me how you were able to play that game however you wanted. But like how funny it was, how witty it was. The radio stations were already like they already had a ton of radio stations in GTA 3. I mean, it like redefined gaming, and that's why it's my number one. Not just because you get to beat hookers to death, but because it redefined gaming, and it was like just one of the best games of all time right from the rip.
I'm not even gonna get into why mine was number one, but mine's Doom Eternal.
You get to beat demon hookers to death in that one.
Oh my god, that's great.
That one demon looks like it's got just a big titty on its head.
It does.
So,
giant floating titty. Instead of running around with my gun, come on, titty. Come on, titty.
Just a big ass bullseye. They don't call him a Doom Slayer for nothing.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm gonna have a heart attack. Hang on.
It's a good way to end the show.
It is. This is. Oh my god.
Fuck.
I can see that. I know. I can see that being a top game.
Yeah.
That just makes it was funny. Is it just makes me anytime someone mentions Doom, all I can think about is Doom: The Dark Ages next year, and how sick that's going to be. my favorite thing was for the Dark Ages so far has been they showed off the weapon where you put a skull in the gun and it fires like skull like. So you put a skull in the gun and it chomps it down and then you fire off skull fragments at someone, and someone just randomly said, "Oh, you should call that the skull smasher," and they were like, "That's exactly what it's called."
Is it exactly what it's called? The skull smasher?
Yeah, skull crusher or skull smasher is one of the two. But someone was like, "Oh, that should be called the skull smasher or the skull crusher, whatever it's called," and one of the devs replied, "That's exactly what it is. What it's called."
Girl.
But oh man, we said we were going to be quick, and we just ended up going off the rails again as we usually do. But it's like
we're under an hour. We got 30 seconds.
We're going to go over an hour. But with that being said, this is our last episode. I do want to bring some good news though. Dean and myself will be starting another video game show. Independent, just our own little thing.
Yep.
And if you guys want to watch, as we've appreciated all the support from everyone, follow me on X at, you can see right here, at Goodfella_Joey. Yep, right. Nope. Over here somewhere.
Over there.
Your camera's better. You can follow Dean at DSamps_216. We'll let you know when we get things going. We should be here shortly. We're having a new name, all sorts of that good stuff. And we appreciate you guys joining us for 16 episodes. Thank you again, Kevin Sleds, for letting us do this crazy show on sports on a sports network.
Good time. It was a good time.
You really, you definitely have been a good friend, a good boss, and we really appreciate you letting us finish this out the right way. Yep. And like I said, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for some more news. We're gonna get this going, and like I said, it's gonna be independent. We're just gonna be doing our own thing. So
doing our own thing.
I should be.
I'm keeping the new thing
watching
away.
Pile Driver. Keep following Believe in Media.
My new new people. They were like, you can run it through ours, and I was like, no, it's just gonna be me and Dean's. It's gonna be our little thing. It's like the mafia. It's gonna be like the mafia. This thing of ours.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited for it too. I'm also excited for Mafia, the new one.
Yeah.
I said Mafia, and I'm like, oh man. Yeah. But for the last
I did re-download Mafia Definitive Edition. I just haven't
I have that in my collection too. I haven't downloaded it yet. I'm going to. But for the last time, I'm Believe in Media. I'm Joey Schneider.
And I'm Dean Samples.
And this was the Press Start Pod. Peace.